Sorry for the really crappy cliche intro, but it took me 30 minutes to choose to wear something because half of the stuff is packed away. Alright, so I wrote a list in my Jinbei-san notebook because I just wanted to cover little things. I tried to remake this video like 4 times, and every time it goes into this weird rant, so I'm just not gonna do it, and I'm super happy today, so that's a good day. So, redoing the video that I did last time. It's officially been a month that I'm here. I'm into week 4. Like, I'm into week 5 actually, sorry. It's really hot today, so that's fun. So I wanted to correct myself because originally I was told, okay, so you're changing host families this week, this Thursday, and it'll be your friend's house, which I was really excited for. So, you know, I started packing my things, and then they're like, and then she told me yesterday, like, oh, so it's not my house, we can't take you until June, so I'm going to her house the 2nd week of June. But beforehand, she's like, okay. So now I'm going to a first year's house, and I don't know them yet because right now they're traveling to Australia. So I have no idea who they actually are. So I'm actually pretty nervous because the first years haven't gone to exchange yet, and then the second years are gone now, and they're coming back in November, I believe, or something like that. And then the third years have arrived in last December, maybe? Not really sure, but anyway. I don't want to be going there just for me to practice my English. Like, I don't want them to just practice their English on me. I don't want to just practice my English in the house itself because my language hasn't been improving that much. Well, it has actually. That's a lie, but I wish I could progress even more. But my host mom continuously speaks to me in English because she's studying English, and I love her to death. But you know, I'm here to study Japanese, so. My friend who I was supposed to go live with, her family doesn't speak a lick of English except for her, and sometimes if I don't know a word, I'll say it in English, and then she'll tell me in Japanese, or if she's explaining it to me, something in Japanese, and I don't understand it, she'll baby Japanese me, but I'll understand it every time. I can't even remember the last time she spoke English to me. So, you know, and that way my Japanese has been improving. Like today my friend was like, hey, you want to go walk with me till the exit? And I was like, okay. He goes, you understood that? And I was like, yeah, I did. I didn't know how I did, but I did. And he's like, cool. So, that's moving on to the next point. I finished the first book of Genki. Everyone, it's a miracle. It's done. Now I'm on to the workbook next, which is in my bag over in the back here, which is a mess. And I plan on finishing this one pretty soon. So that's the first workbook, and I need to start the second one once I learn all of the vocabulary in here well. So that's point number 2. So I stopped the video because I had no idea whether or not I was in focus, and I hope I am in focus now. I think I was in focus last time, but I'm not really sure. So anyway, I finished Genki 1, and I'm working on my kanji, Minnan no Nihongo, which is the kanji book I'm using. Also, tomorrow I'm going to Fuji-san to take some photos. Yay, I'm really excited. So I'll post a video for that just by itself, so look forward to that video. And I should have footage if I'm allowed to film. I think so. If not beforehand, and then the photos I took, and then after. That sound fair to you? I don't think I would not be allowed. I don't even know if you would be able to tell that I'm filming. Alright, and I also wanted to mention test week. Well, my sister told me that they have what's called a test week, and it's going to be not next week, but the week after. And during that week, I have no idea if I'm taking the tests yet, or if I stay home, or if I go to school and study Japanese and not take the tests, if I take certain tests, and nothing more has come my way, so I have zero idea what's going on yet. So we'll find that out more, and I'll talk about it next week if I learn more about it, but I probably will be just talking about my next host family because they're arriving, I think, Monday or Tuesday or something from Australia, and then I'm gonna get to meet them and go to their house, and I don't know how that's gonna work, especially since I have so much baggage and my other friends, like, strong and, you know, my height. I'm just worried about the first years because they're really small, and I don't know how I'm gonna bring this. I can't bring this all by myself, and I don't know if a teacher's bringing me. I don't know. This current whole family's bringing me. So I'll figure out the details. Slightly worried, and worried, but I'm sure everything will go out well. I feel like it'll be really great to put me out of my comfort zone, especially in a family that might not necessarily, well, they've traveled a lot, so they know kind of what it feels like. So that's that. I wanted to talk about what my school schedule is kind of like, because I don't think I really talked about it. So I'm part of a special section of my school, and this special section that I'm not going to name because I want to keep the privacy of my school and my own privacy private, you know, privacy private, but I have to arrive at school for 8 o'clock, because 8 o'clock we start what's called listening tests, and it's in English, and sometimes I don't get it always right because I don't pay attention, but I don't actually need to pass it because I can speak English, but it's a listening test that lasts about 15 minutes. Then we go to assembly. Every morning there's an assembly, and we read the newspaper, say your opinion, and then talk about it. Woohoo. And then after, oh yeah, and then the teachers yell at us for about 30 minutes, but sometimes important things which should be mentioned, and sometimes useless things, I find anyway. Moving on, we have 4 periods before lunch. They're all, I think, 40 minutes, and they're all different. After those 4 periods, we have, between each period we have 10 minutes to go to the bathroom or go to the vending machine and take something to drink. I don't know how many drinks I've drank today. I had leftover tea from yesterday, and then I had apple tea, and then I had a coffee this morning, which I probably shouldn't have had, but I had it anyway. And today was a special day. Yeah, we went to school, and they were doing, we do this in Canada, but it's like University Initiation Day, and then people who have from the school, but in my case in Canada it's just people from the school, representatives come and talk to you and want to bring you into the university. But people from my school who have gone to these universities come back and talk to the students about their experience, answer any questions they have. So I felt kind of at home when they were doing that. But yeah, that was fun today. It was Saturday, so it's a half day. We had pretty much from 11 till 12, and then we had homeroom, and then I came home. I didn't go to haka practice because it was too late and I was dying of heat, and I just didn't want to go. And yesterday was important, today wasn't. It was just like practice if you didn't understand yesterday's. But they made me go at the front of the class yesterday because I knew what I was doing, so that's a good thing. And then we have, depending on the day, we have 3 or 4 periods after lunch. Usually we have Monday, Tuesday we have 4 periods, and then that's just a 12 years. Well, I call them 12 years, but they're Sanense here, 3rd years, because the school system's different in Japan, and I don't really understand it that much, so. But yeah, they have the 3rd years. That's what I do. And then on Saturday I only have 4 classes before lunch. Then you eat lunch, then you go to your clubs or you go home, whatever you got on your own agenda. My school's cafeteria is actually pretty good. You have this like vending machine, you press the button and then you get a ticket, and then at lunch you go bring this ticket in. Here's a list of classes that I have. I'm just gonna read them because, you know, I'm a turd head. So we have world history, and then it's kind of like merged in with like business, and then we have like world business. It's kind of weird. It's pretty arbitrary, the ones we get. 2 different teachers, but sometimes they swap classes, so it's kind of confusing. And I just write everything in the same textbook because all the lessons intertwine with each other. And we have we have newspaper study. So, and it's also like the first 2 like, Wednesday and Thursday we have them mixed with the first year because we help them out, and then on Friday we have them alone first period. And so we talk about the current world affairs, big news, politics, stuff that's happening in the world, and how to react to it, how to deal with the real world. The chair's like sticky. And then we also have lots of English classes. We have English grammar, we have English like writing with a foreign teacher who's from this really small island that I'm not going to name for her own privacy because it's so small. And we have like English, I want to call it dissection, with one teacher who analyzes the sentences in each part of the word and what kind of verb it is and all that gibberish. It's not really grammar. So we do English grammar with the top dog of the school, and we do a lot of other stuff. Then we have ancient Japanese, so it's like the equivalent to like Shakespearean English, but they learn the actual terms first before reading the play or book they're reading that's written in ancient Japanese. I don't really know what the Japanese name for ancient Japanese is. I just know the kanji for it is old, and then they have other kanjis that I can't read. And then we have a lot of other Japanese classes. I'm not really sure what their purposes is. We have like Neo-Japanese, so like the evolution of language Japanese, I think is what we would call it. And then we have another Japanese class. It's a reading class, and I don't really know what it is. I don't show it to half of them because the other exchange student and I have our own like private Japanese lessons with a teacher who's really sweet, and it's a lot of fun. So I think they have this class 3 times a week, and we have it one time because the other one day it's like a double class, and we always the first day of that, like the first period of that class, we go to Japanese class, and in that first period we're in Japanese class, but then the second period, because it's a double, we go to that class. Did that make any sense? Probably not. Probably just rambling on. Also, we have tests every Thursday and Saturday, and they're English tests. Saturdays usually idioms, and their idioms are written in Japanese, and then you have like a blank you have to fill out in English, but you have like the English one, and sometimes I've never heard them before, so it's actually pretty hard. So if you're in Japan, you're gonna learn about English. Maybe not it's gonna be the right English, but some stuff we don't even learn. We have like these textbooks and some stuff I've never heard. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I feel like that's what happened today and this week, and it was a lot of fun. So next week's kind of, I don't know if I'll be able to make as many videos because it'll be busy because I'm changing host families and all that jazz. But I'm going to Sweets Paradise too in 2 weeks. So that'll be fun. I'll film that. That's be the first time I'll write this, so the train alone. I'm slightly scared. So yeah, until then.